Hello my lovelies and welcome to the heart of my home. My name's Ghee, I'm a naturopath and a nutritionist and co-founder of Wellbeing Wizards. In today's episode, we're going to talk about sprouts. Now, you either love them or you hate them, but I'm going to show you how we can spice them up and some of the healing benefits of this wonderful vegetable. So what are the ingredients for this recipe? So I've got some onions here, these are the shallots, and I've got some spring onions which I've cut up, ready to go. If you don't have those, you can just use an ordinary onion, medium size, finely chopped. I have turmeric, so this is fresh turmeric that I've diced up only because I love the colour. If you don't have fresh turmeric, feel free to use the powdered version. I've also diced up some fresh ginger. We use a lot of ginger for this recipe. I have some butter here and some homemade ghee. So I'll be showing you the recipe to make homemade ghee in a short while in my next episode. I've also got some potatoes, and of course, Brussels sprouts. Now, just a word of the herbs that I'm using for this particular recipe. I've got some ajwain seeds, or known as bishop's weed, which has a lot of healing benefits, which I'll come into later. I'm also going to be using some cumin, some salt, which is Himalayan salt. If you don't want to use salt, you feel free to use some vegetable stock cubes, and also some masala. So this is whole garam masala, which you can look at the link below, or you can pick up at any continental high street store. I'm sure the supermarkets do them, and we're going to be using some of the fresh herbs. Right, so with further ado, let's get cooking. So I'm using a heavy stainless steel pan here, and to that we're going to begin by adding at least 2 tablespoons of ghee. So I've got about 500 grams of sprouts. So really for this cruciferous vegetable, we need to add a really generous serving of ghee or butter to this recipe, because that's what helps the Brussels sprouts cook well. The ghee's melted, and to that I'm going to add about 1.5 spoons of cumin and the whole garam masala, and in there's what do we have? We've got black pepper, we've got cloves, and that's bubbling away. And as it starts sizzling, I'm going to add the bishop's weed. Now this is both bitter and pungent, and it comes from the same family as cumin and fennel, great digestive aid. As the herbs begin to release their aroma, I'm going to begin to add the onions. So I love onions, so I'm going to really add as many as I can. And just begin to stir. Better to have this on low heat so it cooks softly and gently. We don't want to burn the herbs or the ingredients. And as that's cooking away, I'm going to add the ginger, and the turmeric comes in a little bit later. So some of the healing properties of Brussels sprouts, it comes from the cruciferous family, as I mentioned, so similar to cauliflower, kale, cabbage, And there's evidence that suggests that it has anti-inflammatory benefits, as well as anti-cancerous properties. And you can read more about that in my blog. It's a high source of vitamin K. So 2 cupfuls of Brussels sprouts will provide 138% of your vitamin K required daily. So it's a great source. And what is that good for? Well, vitamin K is necessary for blood clotting and for bone health, especially osteoporosis. So spice up your sprouts and make sure you get your daily dose over this season. Right, coming back to, you can see the onions are getting slightly golden now. The herbs are infused. You can really, the scent is always so welcoming. I'm going to begin by adding the turmeric. So I've added some fresh turmeric to this. I'm also going to add some powdered turmeric. So that's about a spoon. And it's really important that we use ghee when heating up the turmeric for its medicinal properties. It's the combination of both that provide the healing properties. Oh, look at the colours. Look at the colours in that. And the scent is even more welcoming. So it takes a couple of minutes for the base ingredients to really begin to come together. And then I'm going to add the potatoes. These are already pre-diced and washed, and blend them in. And then the Brussels. So this is 500 grams as a side dish. It will probably serve about 4 people, or 2 if you've got a really healthy appetite for sprouts. And as you can see, I am just turning them into the mixture. Turn the heat low. Before I do, I'm going to add some butter to it, and a generous serving. The reason for this is what helps the sprouts really cook well. And also, a lot of people find, although the sprouts are rich in fibre, a lot of people find that it causes constipation. But when you add the ghee and the butter to this dish, the health benefits are incredible. If you don't want to add butter for health reasons, you can add vegetable stock. So I've got some ready vegetable stock here, which is gluten-free and lactose-free. And so you can add a gentle service. So this is half a cup of vegetable stock to the sprouts. And then cover and let it cook for about 10 minutes. So we're about 8 minutes into the Brussels sprouts. I'm just going to check in to see how they are cooking. Oh, they're coming along wonderfully. So they're about medium tender right now. So you can just about get the fork into the Brussels sprouts and into the potatoes. So I'm going to add about 8 to 9 cherry tomatoes into the mixture and put the lid back on. Now the other option is, if you don't want to cook it on the stove, is to blend all the ingredients together and put it into the oven. Gas mark 4 to 5, about the same time, so 10 to 15 minutes. And in that case, I would add the tomatoes in when I put all the ingredients into the oven. Right, and then all we've got to do is wait to garnish. Coming up to 15 minutes now, and the potatoes are perfect. They're really done. So for me, I'm ready to switch this off, turn the gas off. The sprouts are medium cooked, so it's just the way I like them. I don't like my sprouts too soft, but you're quite welcome to cook them for a bit longer if we prefer them softer. And to garnish, I'm going to add some chili flakes. Now you can add a green chili at the start of the recipe if you wish, but I just like to garnish with red chili flakes. I'm going to add some coriander, but you can use any herb that you prefer. Rosemary goes well with this, dill goes well with it. And finally, I'm going to add some homemade masala. Look at that. Oh my goodness, the flavors, the colors, the scent. This is what I love about the healing power of food. Enjoy your sprouts spiced up, and do leave a comment below. Let me know how you get on. Thank you for watching. For full details of recipe, please visit my website, which is gahir.com. So that's GEEGAHIR.com. Link is below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Now, if you're curious about creating vibrant health using food as medicine, please click the subscribe button and press the bell so that you're notified of new videos when I publish them. That's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed spending time with me in the heart of my home. I've certainly enjoyed your company. And until next time, wishing you vibrant health as Mother Nature intended. Bye.